Well, good morning and welcome. Go ahead and make your way over to your spot if you're not there already. And we'll briefly start in a seated position. So just make yourself a comfortable seat, whether that is a cross-legged seat or sitting in any other way. You might be sitting up on a chair or sitting on your heels with your knees bent. And just take a moment to land into your spot. Wherever you're practicing from today, just take a moment to land into awareness, into a sense of being aware of your surroundings. And then allow the awareness of your surroundings to draw inwards. So you start to notice how your body is feeling today. If there are any particular sensations that are present, any thoughts or any emotions that are present for you. And then just allow your next breath to be a little bit deeper as you feel that inhalation create space within your body. And as you exhale, let your shoulders start to drift down and relax away from your ears. Take a couple rounds of breath in this way. Feel the inhalation create space, taking up more space in all directions. And with your exhale, landing into your seat. One more full breath. All right, now we'll make our way onto our backs. And so as you come onto your back, just take a moment to bend your knees and let your feet rest on the floor. Step your feet a little bit wider than your hips and then just start to sway your knees from side to side. All right, let your left leg straighten along the mat. Take your right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Begin to move it a bit from side to side. And rotate through your right ankle a couple of times in one direction. And then a couple of times the opposite way. And then shift the rotation up into your right hip. So release your arms, but then with your right knee, start to draw a circle so that you're rotating through your hip. A couple of times in one direction. And a couple of times the opposite way. And then the next time that you draw your right knee in towards your chest, go ahead and catch it once again. And then we'll cross it over toward the floor on the left. So fully roll onto your left hip and then take your right arm back over to the right. And as we come into this first twist, you might decide to take your right arm up a little bit high or down low toward your hip, depending on what's comfortable for that right shoulder, but also what's interesting for the right shoulder. So we're not avoiding sensation, but also we're going to find moderate sensation that is manageable. That is something that you feel comfortable relaxing into. So frequently, if the sensation is too intense, we don't really relax into the experience of it. So you want to find something that feels safe to relax into. And then once again, breathing in, feeling the body take up space. Breathing out, let yourself land into support and into the shape that you find yourself making. All right, take one more round of breath in this way. And then begin to guide that right knee back through center. Keeping it bent, now drop it out toward the right side. So the bottom of your right foot is on the inside of your left leg. And then now also bend your left knee and walk the left foot in. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Bring the legs in toward the chest, reaching through for your left leg. Rock a bit from side to side. All right, one more cycle of breath. All right, then release both feet down to the floor. Again, step them a little wider than your hips and gently sway the knees from side to side. All right, now let your right leg straighten along the mat. Take your left knee into your chest, give it a squeeze, move it a bit from side to side, as well as start to rotate through your left ankle a few times each way. All right, and then shift the rotation into your left hip by releasing your arms, and then let your left knee draw a circle so that you're rotating through your hip. All right, and change directions. Now, the next time that your left knee comes in toward your chest, go ahead and catch it once again, and then cross it over toward the floor on the right. So, really let yourself roll fully onto your right hip, and then take your left arm back over to the left. Again, experiment with the height of your extended arm. Find a position that's comfortable, but also interesting for that shoulder. Each time you breathe in, feel the body take up space, expanding outwards. Each time you breathe out, land into the shape that you find yourself making. All right, take one more round of breath. And then bring that left knee back through center, but keep it bent as you drop it out now to the left side. Bottom of the left foot, making contact with the right leg. All right, now as you also bend your right knee, walk your right foot in, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, bring the legs in toward the chest, reaching through for your right leg. Rock a bit side to side. All right, then as you release your feet down to the floor, once more stepping the feet wide, sway the knees side to side. All right, so from here, go ahead and turn over onto the front of your body. And as you turn over onto your front, Bring the arms forward, and then your elbows come underneath your shoulders. As you extend back through your legs, you might have your toes tucked or you might take the tops of the feet down. It might depend on how your knees feel. So, for some of us, having the tops of the feet down kind of bothers the knees. So, you might tuck the toes to give the knees a little bit more space. Kind of depends on how it feels for you. And then from here, as you gently press down into your forearms, lift your heart and reach it forward. All right, begin to gently turn your head side to side. And then lift the chin up and down toward the chest. Again, up and down toward the chest. And then one more time, up and down. All right, lower your heart down to the floor. We'll bend the knees, sway the feet side to side. All right, as you release your feet down to the floor, we'll take the right arm out to the side. Turn the head over to the left. Press down into your left hand and start to turn the chest away from the floor. Now, you might, as I'm doing, stack your legs. Another option is to keep that left knee down on the floor for a little extra support, or stepping your left foot back behind the right leg. But organize your legs in a way that supports the stretch that you're creating in the front of your right shoulder, chest, and arm. Let the head be heavy, resting into the floor. And take several rounds of breath. All right, take one more round of breath. And then roll back onto your front. Take that right arm down alongside the body. Pause a moment to rest. All right, we'll do the same posture on the other side. So this time, take your left arm out from your shoulder. Turn your head over to the right, resting your head on the floor. Press down into the right hand as you turn your chest away from the floor. You might stack your legs. You might take that right knee down to rest on the floor. You might step that right foot back toward the space behind your left leg. Just finding a comfortable place for the legs to land that is supportive of the stretch in your left shoulder, chest, and arm. And again, let the breath flow steadily and easily in and out through the nose. All right, take one more round of breath. All right, as you roll back onto your front, let that left arm come down alongside the body to pause. All right, and then we'll press up onto hands and knees. As you come to hands and knees, we'll take a few cycles of cat and cow. So you want to start with your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. As you breathe in, belly drops, head and tail lift up. As you breathe out, tuck the tail, round the back, tuck the chin in toward the chest. Again, with your inhale, belly drops, head and tail lift. And with your exhale, tuck and round. And then one more like that, breathing in and breathing out. All right, now we'll sit back towards our feet with the knees wide apart. So take your big toes together, knees apart. Take your hips back toward your feet. Now you might decide to stay up on your elbows here. If this posture is a challenging one for you, you might rest your head down on the floor. You might stay up high, but just find a restful version of this posture where you can take the attention back to your breath, feeling the expansive quality of the inhalation and the restful quality of the exhale. All right, take one more round of breath. And then we'll bring ourselves back into a seated position. If you have a cushion or similar, maybe even a block, go ahead and elevate your seat a little bit. And then we'll take the right leg out at an angle and fold the left leg in. With that right leg going out at an angle, just start to walk your right hand down your right leg. And then begin to move the left shoulder back in space and even turn your gaze to look over toward the left. All right, sweep your left arm up alongside your head. Sensing all the way down to the low back on the left side. Sensing as well into the back of your right leg. All right, take 3 more rounds of breath. All right, as you next inhale, slowly come up. And as you exhale, let that left hand find the floor or the cushion behind you. Take the right hand across to your left knee. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale as you twist to the left. Turning the head to look back. And then turning just the head to look back over to the right. Perhaps spotting your right big toe. And then again, turn your head back over to the left. And over to the right. And then one more time like that. All right, gradually untwist, coming back to center. All right, so we'll switch the legs. Take the left leg out, fold the right leg in, and then just walk your left hand down your left leg. Move the right shoulder back in space and kind of look over toward the right, and then sweep your right arm up alongside your head, sensing all the way down the right side of the body to the low back. All right, we'll take 3 more cycles of breath. All right, with your next in breath, rise up. And with your out breath, right hand comes towards the floor, maybe the cushion behind you. Take your left hand over to your right knee. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale and twist over to the right. Turn the head to look back. And then turn your head back over to the left, perhaps spotting your left big toe. Keep turning your head slowly side to side as you breathe. Take one more round of breath. And then unravel the twist back to center. Fold that left leg in, coming back into a cross-legged seat. We'll conclude our practice with a few minutes of alternate nostril breathing. So you'll use your right hand and just take your peace fingers, so second and third fingers, in toward your palm so that you have your thumb and your ring finger to block the nostrils. So right thumb, right nostril, and then inhale through the left side. Close off the left, open the right, and exhale. Inhale right side. Close it off. Exhale left side. Inhale left side. Exhale right side. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Now keep going at your own speed. Now, after the next time that you exhale through your left nostril, gradually release your right hand down to rest on your lap. And just feel the breath flowing in and out of the body without restriction, through whichever nostril it's going to go through. And then maybe you start to notice the temperature of the breath, how it feels cool as it flows into the body and warm as it flows out. And as you're noticing your breath in this way, notice that the shoulders might soften down a little bit more away from the ears, and you might have a rebounding sense of your heart, the center of your chest, rising up a little bit. All right, and then join the palms in front of the heart. As we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Thank you again for joining me for this morning's practice. I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.